with this podcast and this partnership with ECN, it's really about investing in the individual, about helping the individual business owner, the individual project manager invest in themselves and understand how they can overcome the challenges that are faced before them. Anything from capital financing to hiring better people to having to control your culture and grow your culture. Everything that they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, we want to cover those topics. That's what quality content is. And what's great about this is with the things that we talk about on the show, now Exhibit City News gets to promote that to over 40,000 people in the space. And it also helps Exhibit City News get even better content in their newsletters and their articles because they're pulling from the topics that we're talking about on the show and doing further research and coming up with guides and other articles that are going to help people really dive deeper into these topics. So wonderful partnership. I think it's going to help the industry as a whole, but even just the individual that's in the space invest in themselves and get across their challenges.
You made a great point, Khalil. We had our EDPA Access event earlier this month, and one of if there was a theme, and Don, you'd agree, right? It was community. This industry really is a family or a tribal community, and to your point, Khalil, the key ingredient in community is the individual, right? And so you have two guys here that have not lost sight of that. I am just obsessed about making sure anything we put out is helpful to, if it's not the owners, it's the managers and the leaders that are developing people. It's the new person, 53% new in this industry in the last 3 years, that's coming in from either a different vertical market, or maybe you're a young person and you've started your career, your professional career. These are conversations that if you hear them, they're going to help you onboard quicker into an industry that is like no other. And Don, what is it we used to say? Is it if you've been in this industry 3 years or longer, or is that down to 1 year now, right? Once you're in it a certain period of time, you really just never leave, do you?
No, you're in it for life. You become a lifer.
Mm-hmm.
You do. And it really is it's the pace of play. It's the creative nature. It's a very visual industry. We solve problems every day. It's project work. So you build something, whether it's an exhibit or a show with a series of them, and then it's over. And then you move on to the next one. So it's fast, it's fun, it's visual, it's hard, but it is so worthwhile. And I can't say enough about this alignment because, with Donna, we've got a kindred spirit that cares about the industry as much as we do, and really appreciates this podcast medium, and recognizes it as it's the new preferred way that people are learning. And I suppose I would say even marketing, right? It's the new webinar. It's the new slide deck you send to somebody. This is how people learn. And, full confession, we know you're not going to sit and listen to a 45 podcast in one setting. So we're going to serve that up in slices and snackable bites so you can pick and choose those 5 and 7 minute lessons that allow you to pick the subject you want to feed your brain with. And we want to make sure we're putting great guest speakers and experts in front of you. That's the mission. That's what you're going to see from us in 2024.
Right. Chris, too, the archive you guys are building with 20 episodes under your belt.
Yeah.
Those are going to help people time and time again. Some are more time sensitive, but that's what a wealth of knowledge that is becoming.
Well, and you know what I love, Don, and again, I give Khalil's team full credit for teaching me this. When we serve that up in 5 and 7 minute portions, right? And there's 4 to 5 for the really great clips like that in each session. 20 episodes means we've got 80 or 100 of those, right? So that's and we think that there's not a shelf life to those. They are great, meaningful, pieces of business advice from some of the smartest people in the industry. And when we serve that up, a year from now, somebody might hire a new sales manager, or there might be a new operations manager coming over from Amazon to an exhibit house company. And they're good at certain things, but they don't necessarily understand our shit. We think there's going to be a library of things which you can you can use to help strengthen your bench, whatever that position is.